All right, we should be live. Bruh, 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 bruh. Are we live? Is my question. All right. Let's go ahead and let me turn some things on real fast, guys. Starting off this live stream. I've not live streamed in a while. I'll start live streaming daily again. But nah, on the real note though, that NFL Week 4 was absolutely crazy. Let me go ahead and pull up the NFL here. I gotta be careful because the NFL loves to strike down your videos if you have any kind of content of the NFL. Later, scores. Alright, let me make sure nothing is shown. Whoa. Stack what I didn't want to happen. There we are. Let me go ahead and pull up the NFL. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Oh, that's not what I wanted to show. All right, so let's talk about the NFL. I'm going to show everything correctly set up. Okay. So obviously you have Rams 49ers, what, tomorrow night. That should be actually a good game. And actually what I'm going to do here is I'm going to have this. I'm going to play some Maddne as we're talking here. Have that in the background. Just so we can have some Maddne in the background. All right, so yeah. Rams 49ers. That's going to be quite an interesting game. I feel like that's going to be more of a low-scoring game. Although, you never know. It's Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp could absolutely ball out. Actually, wait, who's playing right now? This is Chiefs, right? Yeah, the Chiefs are playing right now. Chiefs are beating the Bucs 7-3. Not surprising. But let's go ahead and recap some of the games that happened already. So, Dolphins at Bengals. Obviously, hang on, let me actually clip this out. For a second, I'm going to minimize that, and I'm going to do it like this. So, let's recap Week 4. Dolphins at Bengals. Wow. Not surprising at all. Obviously, Tua went down, and based on talking to Bengals fans, it seems like they claimed they would have won this game no matter what, if Tua was in or if Tua was out. But still, losing Tua, and now we're going to see how much longer he's out for. Apparently, he is in good spirits, based on what I understand, so that is a plus on that perspective. But it is really, really scary to see his injuries, especially when it comes to anything CTE. Future, not good. So, as I'm messed up in the game. Vikings at Saints. How did the Vikings barely win this game? I feel like I should be more concerned that the Vikings barely won this game. The Vikings are such a weird team because I want to say they're one of the best teams in the NFL. And I want to say I'm very confident that they're going to be an absolute juggernaut moving forward. And they should win the NFC North. And then they do stuff like this. Well, I'm not saying the Saints are bad. The Saints are actually a decent team. But if Vikings are on that next tier level, I feel like they should easily smoke the Saints in this game. But with how the NFL has gone the last couple weeks, I feel like anyone could win any given Sunday no matter what. The Falcons beat the Brownies. I feel like this is just made to be. I feel like this is just made to be. I had a feeling that the Browns were going to lose this game, especially with them being the Browns. I'm not trying to be that guy, but with them being the Browns, I kind of expect them to lose this game. So I'm not surprised at all. Although, Falcons, I don't know, man. The Falcons are such a weird team. Because I want to say the Falcons are absolutely dog water, right? And they're like the worst team in football. And, you know, they're literally going to have the #1 pick. And then they win games. But then they lose games that they should have won when they have huge leads. They're so confusing. This team, the Falcons are literally the only team in the NFL right now who could be undefeated and also 0-4. And I would not be surprised. They're literally the only team I could think of who could literally be undefeated or 0-4. And if you're thinking about what about the Lions should honestly be undefeated. But it's just I don't like this team. I don't like this team because I could never bet on this team because I don't know what's going to happen. The Browns are the Browns. I could always bet against the Browns. Although I'm pretty sure the point spread in this game, the Falcons were probably given like 6 or 7 points because they would have, I don't know actually, because they're pretty much the same record. I don't think they got too many points when this point spread going into this game. So I might actually have bet on the Browns here. It depends on how many points. Ravens, and I'm not ready to talk about this. I'm not ready to talk about this game. I already talked about it on my football channel, and I really don't want to talk about it again, but let's just cover it. Ravens suck. Ravens absolutely suck. It was 20-3 at one point in this game, and we didn't score a single point in the second half of this game. We did not score a single point in the second half of this game. Ravens suck. I'm sorry, but it's a fact. Ravens suck. At the end of the game, 20-20, we have a chance. We have a chance, they say, to go ahead and kick a field goal, take a 3-point lead, give the ball back to Josh Allen, hopefully get a defense stop. If not, at worst, go to overtime. It's not a huge problem or deal. Well, no, the Ravens go for it, have a wide open tutty, and Lamar takes forever to throw it, so it ends up getting picked off. So this game and the Dolphins game, that both teams are really good. So it's like, at the end of the day, in a couple days, I'm going to be fine. I'm not going to be stressing about this because these are both really good teams. But it's just the fact that we constantly do this, which is really upsetting. Washington Commanders against the Cowboys here. This is not surprising by any stretch of imagination. But what this does mean is that Cooper Rush is the starting quarterback. Dak is done. I just trade Dak Prescott. Get rid of him. Let him find a new home because I think Dak's time in Dallas is over. All right, it's done with. That's all she wrote. Nah, on a real note though, Cooper Rush is beating teams and it's kind of funny. It is kind of funny how somehow, some way, Cooper Rush is actually competing on an NFL level in a very good way. It's almost like he's an NFL quarterback. It's almost like he literally went to college to be an NFL quarterback and probably played his whole entire life as an NFL quarterback. Maybe. Just maybe. No, but Cowboys are 3-1. Cowboys are going to actually win that. They're not going to win the division because the Eagles are going to win the division, but they're going to really actually be very competitive while still losing a quarterback for half the season, which is something I would never in my life expect to have seen in my life. Is a team loses their star quarterback, and yet they're still very competitive overall wise. Seahawks at Lions, the game of the year. I'm sorry, but I didn't think when I looked at the game scheduled this week that I was going to see an absolute just a 53 point. Okay, first off, 93 point. Oh my God, I butchered that in my video earlier. 93 point game. What? How is there a 93 point game? And the quarterbacks are Geno Smith and Jared Goff. That is the making of a beautiful football movie. All right. Just when you thought they had zero chance, Jared Goff and Geno Smith absolutely does it. First off, Rashad Penny. You guys might know I think he was a first round pick or end of first round pick. He absolutely goes off in this game. DK Metcalf got carted off the field, and you might say, oh, whoa, is DK Metcalf hurt? I have him in fantasy. No, he had to take a poop. The man gets carted off the field because he has to take a poop. I think that automatically makes you a MVP candidate. If you're so good, you get carted off the field because you have to go poop. That's how you know the game was that important. I'm sorry, but this game is hilarious. This is one of those meme games where it's like both teams suck so bad you don't really care. But the funny thing is the Lions are actually pretty decent. Like the Lions are actually not a bad team. by any stretch of the imagination, but because of like their past and everything, we automatically just call them trash. Yeah. Chargers at Texans, and yes, Herbert is back. Herbert is back. 340 yards and 2 touchdowns in this game for Herbert. Mike Williams absolutely went off. It makes sense. After losing to the Jags, what do you know? Herbert was not happy about that. So now he's back and ready to go. The Chargers are going to be fine. The Raiders actually get the first win, which is actually surprising. But the Chargers are fine. Nothing's going to come out of this other than the fact the Chargers are still good. And then the two teams that we cannot figure out as a football community, the Titans and the Colts. Because going into this season, everyone thought, Titans, Colts, great teams. They're going to be fighting for the NFC North or NFC South. It's going to be AFC South. Oh my God. It's going to be a really good back and forth. Both these teams probably going to be way above 500. So who really cares? And then what happens is the Titans and the Colts suck. And they both have the best running backs in football. And the Colts win or lose this game, and yet Jonathan Taylor absolutely does nothing. So I'm not saying, obviously, Jonathan Taylor is a one-hit wonder or one-year wonder, but since he had his crazy, thing where he had last season, he hasn't started off the season pretty good. 4 games, and Taylor is still pretty mediocre when it comes to running backs. Now, let's all remember David Johnson, when David Johnson was the best running back in football, period, and then fell off the face of the earth a couple seasons after. I'm not saying that's going to happen to our man's here, Jonathan Taylor, but Derrick Henry had a bad game. And guess what? He had 2 good games. And he actually had a really good game against the Colts here. So this is, MVP running back versus MVP running back, except only my man Derrick Henry showed up. All right, Bears at Giants. The most interesting thing about this game was the last play of the game where they started pitching it back a billion times, and it lasted 2 minutes. That's the most interesting game. Saquon Barkley is back. It's crazy to think this, but Saquon Barkley is now officially back. And we can start talking about how good Saquon Barkley is again. I'm actually excited about that because the better the players are in the NFL, the more fun football becomes. So Saquon being back is awesome. Bears are Bears. The Giants are also maybe decent. I don't know. I'm going to wait, though. I'm going to wait because the Cardinals a couple seasons ago, they really tracked us, really confused us, and messed us over. Because they were like, oh, yeah, we're actually pretty dang good. We're 4-0. Everyone got excited. And then they went 4-12. So I'm not messing with them. I'm not messing with the Giants here. Until they start beating really good teams, nah. Jags at Eagles. You know what's funny is I think the Jags just want to do this to every single team. They want to beat every good team just so that they can be like, listen, we're good. And Urban Meyer was the issue. And they didn't win this game, right? Well, they could have. And I think it's not really about winning anymore for the Jags. Because they called themselves Clown Town. Their own fan base called themselves clowns. So it's not about winning. It's now about proving a point. The Jags, because they actually ended the Colts season last year and actually knocked them out of the playoffs, I think now it's more or less about the Jags just want to prove a point that they can end anyone's season at any given time just because they want to. They can ruin your perfect season. They can ruin your chance to win the division or make the playoffs just because they want to. And I think that's the beautiful thing about the Jaguars. I think that's what's so beautiful. And I am definitely betting on them to win the Super Bowl. I'm telling you right now, if the Jags don't win the Super Bowl, I don't believe in miracles. Because the Jags should easily win the Super Bowl. Easily. This team is, for some reason, built upon a mission to win. All right, Eagles are good. What do you want to say to me? Miles Sanders is actually back. Well, I mean, I don't think Miles Sanders ever technically left, but he's good. Miles Sanders is good. Is Kenny Pickett season in Pittsburgh? They benched Trubisky at halftime, put in Kenny Pickett, and said, hey, listen, we're going to see how good Kenny Pickett is. And who knew? Kenny Pickett is actually decent. He actually wasn't that bad. He had 3 interceptions, but all 3 interceptions really break down to one simple fact. Hail Mary, double coverage, got pressured off the guy's fingertips. Not really a big deal. He had 2 rushing touchdowns, and he also, of course, did have some decent throws in this game. Overall, I'm going to say W. W for the Steelers. They lost this game, but in reality, if you go back and look, and you're like, okay, they lost this game, but they only played half of Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett looked decently okay. Going to the next week, they should be a lot better. And Kenny Pickett is slowly going to learn. I mean, he is a rookie at the end of the day. Cardinals at Panthers. Cardinals go ahead and get the W here. Started off really bad, 10-3 at halftime. Panthers winning. Baker looked like he was going to beat Kyler Murray, and then they pulled the rug out from underneath of the Panthers' feet and said, nah, bro, we ain't losing to bum Baker Mayfield. Cardinals are such an ugly team. Cardinals are such an ugly team because, again, like I said, it's like I have so much faith in Kyler, but then he finds a way to make me lose my faith every single time I have faith in him. I don't know. Like, what is he? Is he good? Is he legendary? Or does he just suck? Because there's a lot of times where he just sucks. And there's a lot of times where he'll make one crazy great game, one crazy play. And then you're like, oh my God, he's so good. He's so amazing. And then he'll have like a mediocre times. And it's like he's never consistent with what he is. He's never consistent. So he's eh. All right, Patriots at Packers. You know what's funny is Bill Belichick almost won this game. There was a lot of talks about recently, actually, on a lot of football shows about how Bill Belichick is now in the hot seat. He is now coming to an end in his reign in Foxborough, and that they might move on to a offensive-minded coach. Yeah, no, I don't think so. I really highly doubt they will ever get rid of Bill. The only time Bill will ever leave is when Bill retires, and Bill will retire when he wants to retire. They have no real quarterback there, so there's not much they can really do at this moment in time. Mac and Cheese is hurt and not hurt and then hurt and then not hurt, so there's not much they can do. So with that being said, Packers barely get past the Patriots. It's kind of disappointing if you're a Packers fan. I feel like you guys should really handle the Patriots here, but at the same time, whatever. You guys got the dub, and that's all that matters in the NFL is you get the W. Last game we have today is going to be the Broncos and the Raiders. Raiders won. Finally won. Finally won. Also, the Chiefs are killing the Buccaneers right now. I got to see the stat line for my man, what's his name? Josh Jacobs, 144 yards, 2 tutties. Obviously, he went off. Devontae Adams, 101 yards. So his first technically blow-up game of the year. GG for that. But overall wise, Raiders finally got a W. The Broncos look poor. Broncos look really bad. And I'm not trying to trash on the Broncos here, but I don't really have faith in the Broncos this year. I had so much faith going into the season thinking the Broncos were going to be not undefeated, but they were going to be really amazing. It was going to be absolutely crazy this season. Russell was going to go off. He had everything possible, and it became the Dream Team 2.0. Russ, 237 yards, 2 tutties. He actually did lead the team in rushing with 29 yards and a touchdown, but that's pretty much that and all she wrote. Broncos are mid. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next one. Peace out. All right, there we go, guys. Like I said, I don't know. This season was definitely weird. That will be posted as a short on my NFL channel. But this season was definitely weird so far. The Jags are just so weird, man. I wanna think they're mid and they're trash, but they're just not trash. The Jags are just not trash. Urban Meyer was holding back the Jags like he was holding that one woman on that one what's called at that bar. That's literally what Urban Meyer was doing, and therefore the Jags were being held back. Man, this season. And the Ravens, I'm just absolutely disgusted by the Ravens. I don't know what's going to happen with us moving forward. You know, we definitely have a harder schedule moving forward. We do have to play. Let me pick up the Ravens schedule. Because I forget exactly who we have to play. Can you not hike the ball when I'm looking up the Ravens schedule? Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro. All right. We play the Bengals. All right, Bengals. That should be a W. It's going to be a tough game, though. Because we are playing in Baltimore, which is nice. But the Bengals are getting hot right now. And you don't want to play the Bengals when they get hot. Because last season, we played them when they got hot and they went to Super Bowl. So, I don't want to play them when they get hot right now. But then we play the Giants. And apparently the Giants are good. Well, we're going to find out in our game if the Giants are good or not. Because we play them after the Bengals. Then we have the Browns in Baltimore. And is that that's not the Deshaun Watson yet. Okay. So we have one game with Deshaun we're going to be playing against. And then we have one game without Deshaun. So the Baltimore game is without Deshaun Watson. So we don't even have to play Deshaun Watson, luckily. So we'll probably beat the Bengals, beat the Giants, beat the Browns. Then we play the Bucs in Tampa. You know what's funny is like every year, the Ravens have one game where they just win and you just don't expect them to win. I was hoping that was going to be the Bills game. Should have been the Bills game, but I think that game might end up becoming the Bucs game. I think we're going to win the Bucs game. I think my predictions was we lose the Bucs game, but I feel like we're going to win it. I still have this weird feeling like we're going to win the Bucs game. I hope at least. If we don't, that'd be quite disappointing, but I think we're going to win the Bucs game. All right, fine. I'll get out of this defense. My man just keeps running the football. All right. Let me see. Let me see what we got here. Okay. Yeah. So probably going to be going ahead and putting that as a lock for the Ravens to beat the Bucs. Our next opponent after that's going to go ahead and be the Saints. Ugh. I think we'll beat the Saints. We'll beat, at the time, probably the Sam Darnold-led Panthers. And then we play the Jags. Oh. I think the Jags are going to just ruin everyone's season, including the Ravens here. We're going to lose to the Jaguars, and it's just a fact of the matter. We can't really do anything about it, you know? It's like, okay, we lost to the Jags. Who cares? We're going to lose to the Jags. Then we play the Broncos. I am not scared of the Broncos. I'm honestly not even... You know what's funny? And I hate to say this because I feel like a really mean person saying this, but I'm more scared of the Broncos last year than I was this year. And that's today Teddy Bridgewater. I love Russell Wilson before the Broncos. Now, I'd rather have Teddy Bridgewater than Russell Wilson. I don't know, man. It's like, I don't know. He was so scary in Seattle. He was so good in Seattle. And now with the Broncos, I'm just not scared of Wilson. He's good. He's a good quarterback, but it's just like he just doesn't click with the Broncos. I know it's only been 4 games though, so let's calm down. Let's calm down. Then we play Kenny Pickett and the Steelers in Pittsburgh. That should be good because the Ravens are really good against rookie quarterbacks. So we should be able to get enough pressure on him, different blitzes, although we did lose our defense coordinator. But we should be a lot better on getting to Kenny Pickett, making him make a mistake, that kind of stuff. So that should be a W, hopefully. Hopefully. Then we play the Browns. That's Sean Watson. We'll probably lose to Sean. We play the Falcons. Again, like I said, that's the most annoying team in the NFL. We might either blow out the Falcons or they blow us out. And there's no real in-between either. It's either going to be they blew us out or we blew them out. I also did not catch that ball in bounds. Steelers and then Bengals. Steelers will beat the Steelers, and in the jungle, we might not beat the Bengals. We might. Okay, I'm trying to get a little frisky with what's his name? Michael Vick. Yeah. So this season, man. This season's absolutely crazy. Let me see NFL. What are the Chiefs doing right now? Let me see the. Oh crap! Hang on. Let me dot this man up real fast. Let me just dot him up. There we go. So, my good sir, to dot you up. Chiefs. Chiefs are still winning this game. I don't know. Chiefs lost last week against Colts, though. That's why any given week, any team could be elite, any team could not be elite. It's so random. It's actually annoying. And I just threw a pick. Oh my gosh. Wow. I just kind of threw that up there because I didn't think his guy was going to get there in time. And I thought Vic could actually throw it far enough. All right. We're going to have to blitz him every single play because this kid's not going to stop running the football. He's not going to stop running it. So I'm going to have to blitz him. Oh, okay. He kind of quick hiked me there. Where's my running back? Thank you. He actually might not be able to run the football here as much. Bro, Night Train Lane, you're garbage. How did Night Train Lane just get beat on man coverage there? Bro, okay. GG, bro. GG. I'm going on to the next game. Yeah, I don't want to play someone who runs the ball every single play. Ain't gonna lie to you. I got 25 weekend league games to play, so I'm just gonna kind of cruise through these. But I'm still surprised that Night Train got beat on that play. Night Train should not have gotten beaten on that play. All right. Chiefs. Chiefs be absolute buns. All right, let me bring up an NFL tier list here. Tier list. All right. We're going to go ahead and rank these teams. Let me go ahead and how do I start this over? Why? I don't know why it saves my tier lists. Okay, can I not get rid of this? Prediction? No. Okay, how do I get rid of this? Okay, I'll just save it. There you go. Now can I restart it? Okay, can. Okay, awesome. Update NFL. Okay. Here we go. I'm gonna bring this up here. Completely forgot about the actual game. Let me bring up the tier list. All right. Make that smaller. All right, so let's go ahead and do the NFL tier list. So after week 4 of playing, we obviously still have the Chiefs and Bucks playing. Chiefs are winning. And then tomorrow night, we have the Rams and the 49ers. But let's go ahead and do a tier list here. Did my game just crash? What happened to my game? Boys, what happened to my game? What is this? Did my man just boot me out of this game? What just happened? I have never gotten frozen. But it's not frozen because you can see in the background the lights going off. I think this guy just booted me out of this game. I don't know. Maybe not. Whatever. Elves. All right. So week 4 now, right? The NFL season kicking off. Let's go ahead and create ourselves a dough. Why is this a thing? Turn off that game audio. My bad, guys. All right, so week 4, we have the NFL's best tier list ever made. And let's go ahead and talk about who's S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, and D tier as of this week. We obviously have the Bucks and the Chiefs still playing. The Chiefs are beating the Buccaneers, but with the NFL, anything is possible. Any team can come back at any given time. It's now 20-3 though. We have the Rams 49ers tomorrow night. That's not going to change much. So let's talk about the best team in the NFL, S tier wise, and that has to be the Philadelphia Eagles. Not even a question. The Eagles are the best team in the NFL. They're 4-0 starting off the season, and they're probably just going to continue their reign of terror past that and on to $1 billion down the line. Best team in the NFL. Number 2. I want to say the Miami Dolphins because technically speaking, if Tua doesn't get hurt in that game, they might still be 4-0. Obviously, I know Bengals fans have said many times, "Oh no, even if he didn't get hurt, they would have still won the game." At the end of the day, we don't know that, so I'm gonna have the Bengals be right here for that said reason. Obviously, if we find out in the future that Tua ends up sucking, then maybe we'll change this around. But for right now, Tua's number 2 with the Miami Dolphins. Number 3, Buffalo Bills. Yeah, I could make the argument that I should have lost to the Ravens today. But the Ravens are stupid. So, the Bills are number 3. They're also the tier list S tier because they are god tiers when it comes to how good they actually do play. And then the rest of the NFL is annoying to rank in any way. Because you want to say the Giants are an S tier team, but at the same time, you don't know what they are. And at the same time, it might be that the Cooper Rush-led Cowboys are just god tier. And the Cooper Rush-led Cowboys are just so good that you might think, oh, wow, the Cowboys suck. But in reality, Cooper Rush is absolutely just a god. All right, now, on a real note, though, I have to put them there. They almost beat the Eagles. Now, they lost by 8 points. But the fact of the facts is they should not have even been in this game if you look at it on paper. On paper, this should have been an absolute blowout. And the Jags find a way to win games. They beat the Chargers. Yeah. Somehow, some way that actually justifies them being a S tier team. All right. Next team. We're going to find out a lot throughout this season. That's going to change around everything. Chiefs, they lost to the Colts, which is an L. But, I mean, to be honest, they had that game locked up. It wasn't for Chris Jones being stupid and trash talking. So they could have easily won that game. Again, I'm sorry, they lost the Colts. Now, don't get me wrong. You still lost to the Colts nonetheless. But I'm going to have them here in the S tier. Is there any other S tier teams we can think about here, guys? I guess the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They're still S tier. I mean, they're still a great team. I just don't know if I put them in S tier anymore. But yeah, you know what? When they're fully healthy and there's not injuries going on, I'm gonna have them as an S tier team. When they're fully healthy. And right now, all their players are coming back. You got Russell Gage came back, Julio Jones, Chris Godwin. And because of that, yeah. Let's go to A tier now. A tier, Vikings. They almost lost their game today. And it makes them really difficult to put in A tier because they're annoying how they lose games they should easily win. But anyway, A tier. Packers. They beat the Patriots. They might have almost lost to the Patriots, but it is Bill Belichick. Obviously, they do have a great team, even though no mac and cheese. I'm going to put them in A tier right now. I'm going to kind of cruise them on from there. Next team we have... I mean, depending on what the 49ers do tomorrow night, but I'm going to have them in A tier too. I think they're a pretty solid team. Especially now in the Jimmy G over Trey Lance. I don't have an issue with Trey Lance. I think Trey Lance is a great quarterback, but I do like Jimmy G a tad bit better than Trey Lance. I think the next team we're going to put the Chargers here. Yeah, they lost to the Jags, but apparently the Jags are S tier team anyway, so I don't really think it matters that they lost to the Jaguars. The Ravens are A tier, but their defense gets F tier. D tier. No, they get F tier. I want to create my own tier and put the Ravens defense in that tier. But at the same time, they were up 23 against the Bills. In the whole second half, they couldn't score any points. So maybe just not. I don't know. All right. Cowboys will start off our B tier teams. They're winning, and I don't know how. So that makes them B tier. It makes them B tier. If you win, and I don't know how you won, you're B tier. I don't care. Bengals are B tier. Bengals actually, they're getting hot right now. And this is scary. When the Bengals get hot, that's when it gets scary. But they are B tier for that reason. I'm putting the Giants in A tier. I forgot to put the Giants up here. My bad, guys. Rams are also A tier. All right, so now we have kind of the rest of the teams here. Sure. Broncos A tier, even though they're ugly and they win games, but they're ugly when they win games. Cardinals are gonna be A tier. Oh, sorry, B tier. Lions are B tier. Where do I put the Steelers? Because Kenny Pickett makes them a lot better, I feel like. Kenny Pickett raises them up a tier level. Mitchell Trubisky puts them in the D tier. But Kenny Pickett, especially with the upside that Kenny Pickett has, automatically puts them up a little bit, okay? So I think I'm going to put the Steelers in the C tier. But they could be a B tier team. If Pickett starts playing really good and starts really kicking it, they'll be a B tier team. With Trubisky, they're a D tier team. Jets are a C tier team. Jets are absolutely good. And it's so funny because they shouldn't be this good. They shouldn't be this good. The Falcons are an S tier team and also a D tier team. Because the Falcons, for some reason, are the most annoying team in the NFL. They want to be good some weeks, and they want to be bad other weeks. They could have a 60-point lead and blow it. But at the same time, they could blow a team out by 60 points. They're a C-tier team. Oh, this is getting ugly now. Now we're getting the ugly teams. Bears, C-tier. Let's put the Saints. I don't know if I'll put the Saints are kind of decent. I'm going to put the Saints in C tier. I have faith in the Saints, and that's why they're C tier. Seahawks, we'll put them in the D tier, but I'm telling you right now, after that last week's game, I want to put them in S tier. Because they absolutely balled out in that freaking Lions game. But they're going to go in the D tier because they're the Seahawks here, and I'm sorry, but Geno Smith is not going to win you a Super Bowl. Although, I'm right now thinking that Trevor Lawrence is going to win them a Super Bowl. Anyway, let's go to the next team. The Raiders, D tier. The Raiders actually won today. They beat the Broncos, and they actually looked very serviceable. But at the same time, though, they're also 1-3. 1-2? 1-3. So, I'll put them in the C tier. Because they actually are a good team. They're just a weird team. They're a weird team, but a good team. That makes sense. All right. Colts. D tier. Which also, I'm putting the Titans in the D tier. I'm sorry, but the Titans are weird. The Titans aren't good, and neither are the Colts. And today we found out one thing. We found out that the Colts are better than the Titans. Titans are better than the Colts. See, this is how bad they are. I can't even talk about which one or where. The Browns are C tier. Texans are C tier. Panthers, D tier. Washington Commanders, the Commies are going to be D tier. Patriots are C tier. Those are my week 5? Yeah, now week 5 power rankings for every team in their tier list. I'm sorry, but after everything, I'm only focused on a couple teams going to the playoffs. Eagles, Dolphins, Bills, Jags, Chiefs, and Bucks. Those are going to be the playoff teams. Everyone else, they're kind of just there. They're just kind of there playing football. The Ravens probably going to make it. Packers are going to make it. 49ers probably make it. Vikings make it. Like, out of that A tier, all those teams are probably probably going to the playoffs. Vikings, Packers, 49ers, Chargers, Ravens, Giants, and Rams. Maybe not the Giants. The Giants might not make the playoffs. And if they don't, I'll be heavily disappointed because this is just a really cool season for the Giants to absolutely go all the way. The Cowboys are in the B tier, but they might make the playoffs. And the whole entire B tier right there, Bengals will probably make it. I don't know, actually. I might put the Bengals. I might put the Bengals higher. Because at the end of the day, you know, I think the Ravens and the Bengals are going to make the playoffs. But this is as of week 5. So this might change. I'm going to put the Bengals up. Bengals are going to go in A tier. Because they definitely, if I'm saying the Ravens are going to make the playoffs, I definitely think they're in the same tier as the Bengals here. But again, like I said, would the Cowboys make the playoffs? It's very possible. I'm not going to say 100% they will or they won't, but it's very possible. The Broncos, very possible. Cardinals, very possible. And Lions, very possible. Not very possible, but they could make the playoffs. Imagine the Lions make the playoffs. Talk about the world ending, boys. Lions made the playoffs. No. But yeah, so that's my tier list. Tell me down below your thoughts, opinions. Peace. All right. I don't know. I like this tier list. I like it. I know I'm gonna get the comment that like because the Jags are so high, but I'm sorry, but the Jags is as good. Urban Meyer was holding back the Jags. I'm sorry to say it, but it's a fact. Urban Meyer was holding back the Jaguars. The Jags are a pretty good team. They're not the best team in the league, but they're pretty good. Let me see. I'm going to pull up the Jags. Let me pull up the Jags schedule. All right, let me pull this up. I'm not going to have Jags slander in my chat here. So they put Eagles today, right? Yeah. You know, the best team in the league they played. So you got to expect that, you know, this would be a rather unusual game. Playing the best team in the league. You expect the team like Jags to get blown out. They had no running game at all, which is not surprising because the Eagles actually have a good rushing defense. But still. So that might be the biggest problem in all this is the run game. And do not tell me I threw a pick 6. Do not tell me I just threw a pick 6. Oh my God. Someone track him down. Please, someone track him down. I just threw a pick 6. I am so freaking livid. I was about to score a touchdown on the 1 yard line and I threw a pick 6. Oh, man. See, the Jags are so good. The Jags are even scoring against me. But anyway, though, yeah. Trevor Lawrence, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, 174 yards. That's good. Travis Etienne, 32 yards, 8 carries. They didn't want to get a running game going, but the Eagles have a really good defensive line. So I'm not surprised at all that they could not get a running game going. Christian Kirk, 2 receptions, 60 yards. Agnew, 2 tutties. Now, at the same time, I think Jalen Hurts. Yeah, Jalen, look at that. Look at the Jags defense. The Jags have a really good defense. Jags shut down Jalen Hurts. That's not easy to do, boys. That's not easy to do. I'm absolutely getting crapped on in this game, trying to focus on the Jags here. I'm actually getting crapped on my weekend league game right now. But anyway, though, 204 yards, 134 yards on the ground, though. I mean, they might need to talk about that. That's pretty dang bad. AJ Brown, 95 yards. So again, like I said, the Jags are still probably a year or so before they get to a point where they're, you know, that next level team. They're that star team, but they're going to get there. They're definitely going to get there. And I'm just telling you right now, if anyone's sleeping on the Jags, I wouldn't be sleeping on them. I want to see. Can I view the schedule? Let me see the schedule. All right, so here's the Jags schedule. Let me tell you why the Jags are going to make the playoffs and make the Super Bowl right now, okay? So obviously, yeah. You don't have to stop. The Jags beat the Chargers. They also beat the Colts 24-0. Now, the Colts suck. We didn't know the Colts sucked when they beat them. Just remember the Colts being good and the Jags shut them out. Anyway, they lost to the Commanders, which absolutely sucks, obviously. But now let's go ahead and go forward. They almost beat the Eagles. The Eagles are the best team in the league, and they almost beat them. That's really good. Then they play the Texans. Okay, well, they're probably going to beat the Texans, right? It's in Jacksonville. It's in Clown City. They're going to probably beat the Texans. And I'm not calling them clowns for any reason other than the fact that they call themselves clowns. So I kind of am right to call them the clowns because they refer to themselves as this. Y'all did it to yourselves. I'm sorry. Colts, they're probably going to beat the Colts again. Season sweep the Colts. All right, so now we're looking at what? Let's just look at this, right? We're now looking at a 1-1, 2-1, 2-2, 3-2, 4-2. They play the Giants. I think they could easily beat the Giants, 5-2. They could beat the Broncos, 6-2. They could beat the Raiders, 7-2. They're going to lose to the Chiefs, 7-3. They're probably going to beat the Ravens, 8-3. They're going to beat the Lions, 9-3. Beat the Titans, 10-3. And then beat the Cowboys, 11-3. Then they beat the Jets. They beat the Texans. Bro, 14-3. They're going 14-3. The Jags are going to win the AFC South. Because the AFC South is Garbo right now. The Colts suck. The Titans suck. And there's another team. The Texans are actually pretty mid. But the Jags are going to win it without Urban Meyer. They're going to win the Super Bowl. And I'm telling you right now, it's going to happen. Let me see what are the Super Bowl odds on the Jags. I'm about to place a bet. I'm about to place a bet, boys. Super Bowl odds. You know what's funny when I typed it in? The Jags showed up right away. It said last time the Jags won the Super Bowl, so that means everyone's probably betting on them. I love how the Jags have better odds than what's it called? They have better odds than the Colts, worse odds than the Titans. That's kind of funny. They're only plus 4,800. To start the season, they were like plus 5,000. So that's kind of disappointing. The Texans have the worst odds to win the Super Bowl. I would actually bet on the Texans over a lot of other teams. If I'm being honest with you, I'd probably bet on the Texans over a lot of other teams. But yeah. Jags, definitely. They have a good odds. Decent odds. Let me get you this. The Jags have better odds than the Raiders, Colts, Browns, Cardinals, Saints, Giants, Patriots, Lions, Steelers, Panthers, and the Falcons. The Giants. Why does Vegas hate the Giants so much? The Giants actually have worse odds? I don't get why the Giants have worse odds than all those teams. I mean, hold up. Like, the Giants have worse odds than the Broncos, Titans, Jags, Colts, Raiders, Browns, Cardinals, Saints. And they're like, what, 3-1 right now? And they could have been 4-0 if they would have beat the Cowboys? Golly, that's crazy. I was not expecting that. I'll be honest with you. I was not expecting that. But anyway, guys, I'll see you guys next one. Peace out. All right, listen. I know I'm going to get the comment like, y'all, you're crazy, man. You think the Jags look good, bro. The Jags look good. They did really good in the draft. They absolutely star-studied their team. Like, Jags are underrated. Officially. Jags are underrated. Jags are going to be a superstar team. Especially in a couple of years. Give Trevor Lawrence some more time to develop and become better. You're going to see absolute stars. Stars just absolutely flying out of nowhere. Especially some draft picks. How is that not picked off? Especially after some draft picks start hitting. Telling you right now, boys, it's gonna happen. You know, I want to play Weddle. Okay, I'm trying to beat this kid, but at the same time, I'm really focused on playing Weddle. He's running a really weird offense anyway. Okay, let's play some Weddle. If they do offensive lineman, I'm kind of fluffed. All right. Let me make this like this. All right. Let's go, boys. It's going to be great. All right. Let's play some Weddle. Let's see what Weddle can do for me. I got 8 guesses. First player we're going to choose. You know what? Let's go with Trevor Lawrence. Wait, where's my mouse? Bro, where's my... Oh, there it is. All right. Trevor Lawrence. We talk about how good the Jags are, right? Oh, it's a quarterback. Oh, it's over. I got it then. I got it. It's an NFC quarterback. NFC quarterback, you know what? I'm feeling, right? Got a feeling here. NFC quarterback. Daniel Jones. It's Danny Dimes. Daniel Jones. Boom! Ah, that's what you like to see. Yeah, that's what you like to see. Hard mode? Okay, can I beat hard mode though? That's the question. Can I beat hard mode? I told you if it's quarterback, I was gonna get it. I told you if it's quarterback, I was gonna get it. That's a given. That's a given, boys. If it's quarterback, I'm gonna get it. All right, you know what? We're gonna go with T-Law again. Trevor Lawrence. Okay. So it's an AFC player, but it's not AFC South and it's not a quarterback. Let's go with Waddle. If it's an offensive lineman, I'm done. All right. Okay, so not AFC. Rashad Bateman? I feel like Bateman? Let me see Rashad Bateman. Okay, so it's an AFC North, not a receiver. Okay, so it's not a okay. How about Chubb? Okay, it's a Browns player, but it's not a receiver. It's not a running back. It's not a quarterback. If this is an offensive lineman, I'm done. If it's an offensive lineman, I'm done. David Ochoku? Oh, bro. I really don't want to see it say no, because that means it's not going to be a tight end. How do you spell Ochoku? Wait, what? Where's David at? I'm going Austin Hooper. I know Austin Hooper is still on their team. He's not on their team. And it's also an offensive lineman. Wait. Joel Antonio. What is this? Okay, it's not Joe Antonio. Who else do they have? Let me think. Left tackle. And it's not a guard, so it's a tackle. Unless it's a kicker or punter. And I don't know who the kicker is. So let me just guess this, because I'm probably not going to get the lineman. I'll be honest with you guys. Let me just guess Nick Folk so I can see if it's a kicker. It's not a kicker. Okay. So it's going to be, it's one of the tackles or the center. Who is the tackle for the Browns? Obviously they had the GOAT for the longest time. So who do they have now? Oh my God, I cannot think of who they have. Bro, this is gonna kill me. Cause I feel like I should know their offensive tackles. Although linemen are literally the only position that kills me. Center, it could be a center too. But I don't know who the center is. Oh, man, I'm just going to have to take the L. I'm going to have to take the L. I don't know the center. My guess is I'm going to say it's going to be the tackle. Who is it? Wait, hang on. Oh, it's defense? I am so stupid. I am so stupid. If it's grade, it's the opposite side of the ball. I am so stupid. Oh, man, that's a big fat L. That's a big fat L. If it's gray, it's the opposite side of the ball. I forgot. I don't know why I wasn't even looking for it to being gray. Oh, that's an L. That's an absolute L. I would have probably got John Johnson too. He used to be a Ram. He was a Ram for the longest time, and then he went to the Brownies. I think it was like 2 off seasons ago, maybe 1 or 2. All right, let's go Weddle Unlimited. I'm gonna play normal mode just so I can look smart. No, I'm just kidding. All right, let's do a take 2 at playing Weddle. All right, we're gonna go with the Jags are the best team in the league, so we're gonna go Trevor Lawrence. All right, so it's somebody who's under 6'6", but they're close to 6'6". So they're under it, but they're still close to it. Okay. And they're also an NFC team. They're NFC close to 6'6", and they're a defensive player. I'm gonna try to one ball this, boys. You know what? I got it. I got it. How do you spell your name? Wait. Oh, no. It can't be. It can't be a defensive player. It can't be a defensive player because it's normal mode. This has to be an offensive player, right? Yeah, there's no defense. Is it no defense? Yeah, no defense here. Okay, so it has to be offense. All right, so when we know it's going to be what, an MC player? Yeah, it's an MC player. Okay, so that really killed my vibes because I had a perfect player in mind. Chris Godwin. NFC South, give me Baker. What else we got? The Falcons. Marcus Mariota. I know it's not a quarterback. I just want to see. Saints. Slant burn. All right, so it's a Saints player. It's not a wide receiver. It might be a running back. Who are the Saints running backs? Alvin Kamara. Okay, it's a Saints tight end who, one of the reasons I know this guy's name is because of the fact that I have like no actual reason why I know his name. It's gonna be Taysom Hill, but I want it to be Adam. It's gonna be Taysom Hill. It's not. It's Adam. My last pick, Adam Trotman. Let's go, baby. I knew it. See, everyone was in Taysom Hill, but nah, nobody thinks of Adam Trotman, the guy who was really decent in fantasy for one given week in 2018. Nobody thinks of him because he was good for 1 week in 2018. Okay. Let's go with Rashad Bateman. Okay. So he's going to be an NFC player, and obviously his offense because it's normal mode. He's above the age of 22, but he's close. So he's like 23 or 24. He's within 2 of that. He is 6'1" though, and he's not a wide receiver though. All right, so I'm gonna go with Miles Sanders here, and Hope Miles. I don't know. Okay, yep, it's a Philadelphia Eagles player. It's Hurts is young though. It's Jalen Hurts. Let's go, baby. Let's go. All right, who else we got? Maybe Jameis Winston? Okay, it's an NFC South player. It's not a quarterback, so I'm just gonna not guess quarterback again. Let me guess Chris Godwin. Let's see. It's a wide receiver in the NFC South. Okay, so it's probably gonna be DJ Moore. Guaranteed DJ Moore, Robbie Anderson. It's not. Okay, who else do they have? The Falcons? Oh, do not give me the Falcons. Bro, who is on the Falcons? Falcons. Okay, let me just double check here. Oh yeah, Kyle Pitts. Hey, am I bugging? Am I bugging? And it's NFC South, right? Hang on. I got 4 guesses left. Before I take the L here, let me just see something real fast. It means it's not the NFC. Oh, it means it's not the NFC South. I am bugging. Okay, so it's a wide receiver in another conference, another division, but in the NFC. Who else we got? The Saints. No, we already did Saints. CeeDee Lamb. Although AJ Brown's the first option here, let's just go with AJ Brown. It's not NFC East. Okay, who the West got? They got Debo. Nope. Got 2 guesses left, and it's an NFC North player. It's a North guy. Let's it be Jay Jettis. It's Justin Jefferson. It's a Vikings receiver. All right, so this comes down to like a couple players, but the obvious guy is Adam Thielen. I was just about to say, KJ Osborne was the next guess on the list because he was the next option. That makes sense. Okay. Oh man, our first L, boys. All right, let's go ahead and go with AJ Dillon. All right, so that means it's an NFC player, but it's not an NFC North player. Okay. Let's go with Chris Godwin. Chris Godwin. Nope, not Chris Godwin. Give me CeeDee Lamb. NFC East, and it's not a receiver, and it's not a running back. It could be a quarterback, which means Danny Dimes is an option. If it's Daniel Jones again, I'm going to scream. Okay, it's not. It's not a quarterback either. It's a tight end. But it's not a Cowboy, and it's not a Giant. It's going to be Dallas Goedert. It's a Commander's tight end. Let me think. It's going to be Logan Thomas. Has to be. By the way, sorry guys, I am playing Maddne as I'm doing this at the same time. So that's why if I look over here on my screen, I'm actually playing Maddne while I'm live streaming here. So, knew it. Absolute dubs. Absolute dubs in the chat, boys. All right, let's go ahead and go into the next one. Play now. Let's go with, we're going to go to Carter. All right, it's an AFC player. Go with Duvernay. Devin Duvernay. It's a wide receiver. Pittman. Michael Pittman. What's the West got? I actually got Devontae Adams now. I should be Devontae Adams. Okay, it's a West receiver, and it's not the Raiders. Could be the Chargers. Keenan Allen. It's Michael. It's Mike Williams. It's Mike Williams. Yep, knew it. And I think we'll end off the Weddle right there. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out. All right. Woo. By the way, guys are wondering, this is what's been happening in the background. We've been absolutely molly-whopping people. At Weekend League, next level gameplay, boys. I've been kind of scared to run certain blitzes after the last patch because they've been getting absolutely destroyed. So I've been kind of like scared to run certain blitzes. Not every single one, just certain ones. Oh no. Oh no, this is when stupid stuff happens. Okay, good. I'll say. Don't give me some stupid crap happening right there. Trying to get out of this game without this guy getting a free tutty and then somehow getting back into it. Alright. Play smart here, boys. Don't play dumb. And good hit. There we go. Alright, so let's actually talk about this week, though. So let me go ahead and do that. Okay, so let's talk about this week. This week, hopefully, we get Team Diamonds back, or actually in the game. Depends on what happens with EA. I know right now they're going through a lot with the Hurricane, so depending on what happens there, we might get Team Diamonds this week. What will happen to the market, though? That's the question, right? What will happen to the market if we do get Team Diamonds? And I talked about before how we're going to have a market that's going to crash. I don't know exactly, because I was looking at the market when it came to AKA players, and they're somewhat pulling down the market, but because of this pack strike and reroll packs, obviously everything, it's pushed the market up so freaking much that I don't know right now if we would have a complete market crash. We're going to have a good enough market crash where if you sold your team, you're going to be able to buy it back for cheaper, but I don't know if I have as much of a market crash as we're actually thinking. It's going to get a little interesting. I can't wait to see the Team Diamonds, though. Because hopefully they all are 91 overalls. Okay. I completely just lost my train of thought, guys. My bad on that one. Hopefully they're all 91 overalls, though. My brain just absolutely had a brain fart. It's absolutely had a brain fart, man. But, yeah, I was looking at AKA players, and they're looking like they're going to be okay. Like, the price of the market's not going to completely die from Team Diamonds. It depends on what the Team Diamond Master is. Most likely the Master is going to be like a 94 overall, and that's going to absolutely be a God card. Unless it's Dan Marino, which EA Sports always loves giving us Dan Marino as the champion. I'm really hoping for it's Barry Sanders. If it's Barry Sanders, it's going to absolutely just 100% plummet. I mean, not plummet. It's going to absolutely just skyrocket in price. All these cards are going to, honestly. Hang on, actually, let's do a clip out here. All right, guys, so let's talk about the market moving forward and what we're going to see when it comes to the market. Because we're getting Calvin Johnson Jr. tomorrow, and I got a comment of someone asking, what's his price tag going to be? Is 1 million coins enough for his card? What's going on there, right? Well, first off, the market going forward is going to be really freaking weird because of the fact that all these cards are going to be 1 million coins plus easily. That Calvin tomorrow is most likely going to be in the ballpark range of like 1.2, 1.3 million coins right away. He might be a little bit above that, but we're going to see a lot of these kind of star players like, you know, Calvin Johnson, like Randy Moss, Deion Sanders, all be in that kind of ballpark range of 1.2, 1.3 million. And that's just going to be how it is for those said players. Now, Obviously, those players are household names. Sean Taylor, Night Train Lane. You go down the list. It also does depend on what the sets. Like the AKA sets aren't really as easy to complete for very cheap as other sets are. Like the what's it called? Like the legend sets are a little bit easier to we just got a fumble. Let's go, baby. Let's go. But like the legend sets are a little bit easier to complete. So it depends. I completely lost my train of thought, guys. I'm trying to like talk, but then I'm also trying to play Madden at the same time. I might just make this a separate clip out, like an actual second video, so I can actually like, you know, think instead of just playing Madden this whole time, because I'm trying to get this W in Weekend League, and you guys can see right here, we're getting that W in Weekend League, boys. We're getting that W in Weekend League. But shout out to, I mean, this is my first time streaming in a while, obviously. But shout out to the streamers that can actually multitask that in their brain. Like, talk fluently while playing Madden. Because I can talk, but the fluently get all my ideas out on paper while playing Madden at the same time, not easy. I'm surprised this guy's still in this game. I don't know why this guy hasn't quit yet. It's actually kind of funny how he's still in this game. We've also been live streaming for an hour and a half. Wow. Kind of forgot how fast live streaming goes. Like when you're live, it speeds by. What's the penalty flag? Illegal contact? You're saying I touched the guy? First off, shout out to Sam Adams for getting that sack. But I don't know how that's the penalty. I don't know how I touched the guy. I don't know what's going on there. But anyway, whatever. Oh, do it right at me. Which I don't really care about, because honestly at this point, the clock ticking is more important to me than anything. So that's a W for me. Just take the dubs. We can get them, boys. Alright, come on. 31-7, bro. Just, can you please just run the ball? And we can run this clock off. You were running the ball earlier this game. Thank you. Kind of figured he might run the ball now. Because he's down by so much, and he's just kind of realizing the fact that this game's over. Alright. What's happening in this Chiefs game? Chiefs are winning 28-10. God. All right. GG to the Chiefs, man. GG to the Chiefs. We're going to run this clock out. And it's almost halftime, too. Like, who's absolutely going off on the Chiefs side? Patrick Mahomes, 126 yards and 2 tutties. Clyde Edwards-Helaire got 41 yards and a tutty. Travis Kelce, 65 yards and a tutty. Okay, so that's... Wait, did Brady throw, like, pick sixes? How does Leonard Fournette have 3 rushes for -3 yards? I feel like that's really bad. Evans, 60 yards and 2 tutties. Evans is back, baby. Wait, what? Who scored? That has 4 touchdowns. Okay, so their tight end had a rushing touchdown, and their halfback had 1, and then Mahomes had 2. That's crazy. I mean, shout out to the freaking Chiefs, man. The Chiefs look good. Chiefs absolutely look good right now. And not surprising at all, they don't really need Tyreek Hill. I mean, okay, it's kind of weird to say. They don't need Tyreek Hill. They obviously would like Tyreek Hill, but they just don't. They can win without him. That's what I'm trying to say. And bro, I just mossed that guy. I just mossed that guy completely. You think he's not gonna be ready for the fake. Who's throwing the fake here? Tim Tebow? Bruh. Did I just outrun his whole entire defense with Tim Tebow? I think so. I think yes. Alright. There we go, boys. Just get out of this game, man. Just get out of this game, bro. We already got all these W's. Alright. guys, I think I end the live stream there. Just wanted to stream for an hour tonight, kind of, get back myself used to it. I'm gonna be live streaming daily from now on, so just want to get back.